This video, I think I'm gonna introduce you how to disassemble the Uher Royal De Luxe Uher Reel deck. I believe the model number of this is 294. This is C version, which means there is no speaker inside. And I think this you will have a very similar this for the model SG560, so it should be very similar. And as for 561, 562, there are some difference. They have different layout of the meters, but it could be very similar too. So to do that, I have all different size of screwdrivers, and also I have the tweezers. That's all. I think that's all you need now for this. And so first, I'm gonna show you how to take out the face plate. The first is that the lower cover. It's easy. Just take this out, and you can this gives you access to the pinch roller. If you want to change the pinch roller, you do need the special clipper pilers to remove the clipper. And I'm not gonna do that today because that's kind of straightforward. And then to take out the faceplate, and remember you can only take out the lower half. And to do that, just pull off those these noobs. Just pull it out, and just be careful about the washer between it. And I'm missing some loops. That's okay, but I think it's straightforward. So this is also, you just pour it out. It's the same here, and that, and that. After you pull out of those these loops, you don't have to do any of the rest. Then you just need to lose the 4 screws here. Once you take out the 4 screws, you can just lift this. Then you gain access of this. That's all you can get access from the front. So first, you can take the meter out. So you can unplug this if you want to switch or replace. And then also you can numbercating some of those switches from here. And then this is the counter meters. I don't have built here, but if you have built, you should be able to pull the build from under here to pull this. So that's all you can get from front. For everything else you have to do it from the back. I put everything back, so then we can do the other part. So let's flip this. So now what we need is that the first is that we need to take the back cover off, and there are 4 screws to loose. Once you have the 4 screws out, see, you can just remove the cover and everything, here. Now you gain access to some other stuff. If you want to, you can oil the motor, or you can oil all of those idlers. That. You will also be able to spray your contact cleaner to all of the switches. Yep. But if you want to do more, right, you can do further. You can further disassemble this stuff. The first thing is that then what you can do is you can take out the cabinet. Another thing, if you have a non-safe version, then you will have two speakers, one here, one there. And those speakers will solder to the wire. Then you will need to desolder it before you completely remove the cabinet. So, but right now we can just remove the cabinet. It's much easier. You don't have to desolder the speakers. So the first thing is that you will have two screws here. Oh, by the way, if you have a handle, remember you have to remove the handle right here. Should be right here, but that should be very straightforward. Right now I don't have handle, so it's easier. Then you just need to remove one of the screw here, and then one of the screw in the other in this side. Another screw this side. So let's do this. Remove the first screw. Then I remove the second screw. So after I remove the two screws, you can easily just slide this part here. Yeah, that's just loose. That's okay. So now you see I put the whole thing like this way, and then you can further disassemble. Remove the cabinet by remove the 4 nuts here, holding the cabinet right here. You probably won't see it in the screen, but it's kind of straightforward. It's just 4 nuts. Just remove this. This is the 4 nuts I just removed. Once you've done that, the cabinet is loose. So just like that. Alright, so this removed, and you can see the cabinet was secured by the nuts right on this. So now usually around here you can just do more things, because first you gain access to the power board, and you also gain access to most of this preamp board. And right here you can actually remove the motor, so that you will gain access to the flywheel, and you will also be able to replace the bolt if you that's what I'm gonna go show you next. To remove the motor, right, there are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws you need to lose, and you will also need to remove one of the screws right here, holding this this handle here. One more thing is that you notice that that's because this is it's just glued to this part, which I take out so that I can easily take out the model, but that's okay. So now let's remove this. Let's just remove this screw first, 4th screw first. And that's where the tweezer goes. It's much easier. Take out the screw. Just be careful. There is also a washer underneath it, so you should always get a 1 screw and 1 washer. Four screws removed. The mortar is loose, right? But before I completely remove it, I will also need to remove the spring here, right here inside, just by it's right here. This spring, I need to remove it just by the mortar. This one. And I think if you can see it, it's this spring right here. I just have to unhook it. So I unhook the spring. Now I can move this model a little bit. Don't worry about the how these hooks. It's just a secondary. The next, that's probably the hard part, because because you have to lose the screw right here. This screw right here you have to lose. And also be careful, because there is a washer between this and this. So just when you lose this screw, just try put your hands here or something here, so that it will pick up the washer. So I just move this a little bit and use this smaller screwdriver to lose this, right? So once it is loose, I think I can, then I will just use my hand to lose that. And again, I said there is a washer between the two things, so just be careful. And I will see if I can just use tweezer to get the washer out. Let me see where it is. Right here. I got it. Yep. So this is a screw and is a washer, and just be careful for this screw, because this is I think it's special screw. You won't be able to find a standard replacement, so especially you just don't lose it. Try not to lose it. Once you have this loose, right, the two ends are both being hooked in here, so you just push this a little bit. This side, it should come off easily. So you have the whole thing comes off easily, and then you have the mortar out this way. So by doing this, right, you gain access to the builds, which I'm not using the standard build. So and you also gain access to the flywheel, which can just be pulled out. And another thing is that you also gain access to some of this stuff here. I can see this. There is a screw here connected to a wire, and this is one of the tape guide. So if you want to switch the tape guide to the right, this is how what you have to do. You have to go all the way to here and remove the flywheel and remove the screw here if you want to change the tape guide to the right. So that's what we have here. And if you want to do the whole board, that's also by all of those screws, but I don't think you need to do that, because once you have something like this, then you gain access to all the component. You can just do your soldering stuff and remove the component. I don't think you need to even remove all of this board. And then we're gonna put this back. And of course, if you have the builds, right, you just do it like that, and then you put this back like this. Just be careful. First, I'm gonna slide this to place. So you have to do this at both ends. You have to do both ends at the same time. So you probably need that few tries, and you may also need to adjust the slider, piece of the slider a little bit. I think I have, yep, it's all slide in. Now what I'm gonna do is that can pull this up a little bit, just don't lose it, and then insert the screw here, and then I'm gonna use a tweezer to slide this washer to the screw so that it holds. Then move the seam to the hose here. So it's right here. So then just tighten it. All right, so it's in place. So and you may need a few try a few times, and then to do this. Once you have this screw inserted, you have to adjust it a little bit so that it's completely, and right on. Just then I will just use this screwdriver like this to tighten it. Should be okay. Alright, once it is tightened, you can see it's smooth, right? When it's smooth, you can move this slider, also move this slider. So that's how it's supposed to work. Then I'm gonna put this side in place first. So that means the two insert into the correct place. The up insert into the upper sliding rail there, and the down there, should be fairly easy if you can put this just adjust this. You can put this slowly. Should be in place. Very easy. Okay, I think now this side is in place, and then you just need to check right here. This is also in place. I'm gonna show you later on once I have everything hooked up. So once I have that, oh, this side is loose. So what I want. Okay, now this side is inserted. Once I have this side inserted, right, I'm gonna put the 2 screws of this side back. Alright, that one is in place. So and then I'm gonna move this side. To do that, I do have to move the idler up a little bit so that it's this side is inserted. And once inserted, move that in place. Okay, if I can move this in place. Yep. And so once I have that in place, then I can put this. Okay, now we can check if everything is in place or not. So the first is that you check the lower leveler and lower insert and the upper insert, if this is inside this this switch, and you check right here if this insert is in this switch, and you also need to check here there is another insert in this into this place. And then after that, you can just put the bolts back. And if everything is correct, if I turn speed control, you should see this move. See? If this move, that's correct. You should also be able to see this move, and also this and that. See? So it moves, so which is fine. And you should also be able to see that move. See? So that's good. After you confirm everything is in place, which is good, now I need to put the spring back. Just hook it to that here, to the hole there, which this spring is used for to get the idler in place when you change speed. So alright, so now the spring is in place. Again, the spring is hooked to that. The spring is hooked to that there. So that's the one. Now I have everything put back for the motor. And as for another thing I think I can show you is that this board, which is for the automatic switch off. if you want to recap this board, it's I think it's very easy. You just need to lose this screw, so then it is loose. That's it. All right. Another thing we can remove, that is this. To do that, I need a smaller one. Let's see. Yeah, I can just use this. There are 1 screw, 2 screw here, 3 screws there. So and 1 screw soldered a wire. So to do this, so we just need to lose the 2 screw without any wire soldering. And just be careful, there is also a washer there. So let me get this screw out, and also the washer. Right, it's 1 screw and 1 washer, and the same thing for another one there. So once you have 2 screws out, then it's usually loose. So, and then usually I will just unplug the. You can either unplug the meter or not. That's fine. But then if you want to take this out, right? It's already loose, but because there is another screw, there is a wire soldered to it. So what you can do is first you can try desolder this wire, or you can take out this screw. But just be careful. If you want to take out this screw, the screw is actually fixed to the tape guide down there. So if you want to do that, you better have your another hand be ready. So if I want to lose that screw, so then I will just twist it. Right, and once you feel that the tape guide is loose, then the screw is out. Alright, so I have the tape guide out, and just be careful, there is also our insulate washer under this, so don't lose this, because this because that wire needs to be insulated to the chassis. So just don't lose the washer, the insulated washer. If you lose it, you have to also find another insulated washer. Just do not use metal washer. So I should show you this. So the tape guide, it's the insulated washer, and once we have that out, then I will be able to pull out this another extremely long screw, and also the insulated tube, larger tube, and there is a smaller tube should be falling down there. It's a smaller tube, and then the whole thing can be lifted up just like that. So get the wire, that's right. And if I want to connect if I disconnect the meter, then I completely lift this power part off. And by the way, this is a wire soldered. This is wire linked to the last screw. Again, to make sure you understand what I'm talking about, is that you have a washer, you have a tape guide, you have this extremely long screw, you have kind of larger tube, and you have a smaller tube. This is actually to provide insulation of the housing. So it's something like it's actually something like this. See, the housing screw and the tip guide is completely isolated from the chassis with this. So to put everything back, right? To put this back, I will first put back the two screws without the original one, the one without the wire. So, yep, that will move. Once I have that's in, then I will put all of these back. I found out it is easier to put the screw back first. So, you what you need to do is that you put this to the place. Okay, first you have to put that in place. Alright, then you have to use a screw. You have to use then you have to insert this screw to you have to insert this screw to this and into that isolation larger washer or part there. So that's what I'm gonna do there. So of course I have to do it this way. So if you do this, you can actually I can just insert this. No, I think you have to. Yeah, I think you have to use tweezer. Yep. Now I have the screw inserted, right? Then, yeah, I think what I can do is to put it this way. Yep, I can do it this way. It's easier. I'm gonna use my screwdriver to secure use my screwdriver to secure the screw on the other side. Then I insert this tube from this side. Yep, and I insert the washer, and I can put the tape guide. As long as I use my screwdriver, fix the screw over there, I can just twist the tape guide to tighten it. Now it is tightened, and then you can see. Everything is back to the original place. Another thing I want to show you is that you can actually remove the power board. So to do that is that you just have to lose the two screws here. So here we go. That's one screw. And this is another screw. It's in a fairly tight place, but it's okay. So you can remove another screw here. It's a screw, and also here is it has a washer, and then it has a tube, and it's the same thing for the other side, but right now I can just lift up. That's a screw, that's a tube, that's a washer, it's a tube, and I think I lost my washer here. It's a washer, and that's a screw here. So this, by doing this, you can use the power board and to do all your job. And then if you want to put back, it's also very easy. You can just put this everything just like that. And then put the tube here and put the washer here. Yeah, I lost it. Yep. The washer here. Up it. Aside. Then I can put the screw back. So I'm just gonna do it like this way. Now this is put back, and then another thing is that the transformer can be removed fairly easy. It's just 2 screws here, so I won't do that because that's very straightforward. So I think this is pretty much everything I can show today, and the rest of it, put the cabinet back and backpacks, that's fairly straightforward. So thank you for watching this.